I'm Lee.
And I'm Nick, and we are the Lodge Guys.
Having recently upgraded our camper van to a motorhome, we're heading into Europe for the summer.
Join us on this latest series where we hit the road in search of breathtaking views, quirky stops and hidden gems.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and be sure not to miss our epic trip. Good morning, guys. Welcome to a new day in Cezanne, as they pronounce it, or it's spelled.
We're in France.
Francais. It's pronounced, well, I presume it's pronounced Cezanne because it's Susan with an E instead of a U. Last night we had a bit of a drama when we got here. Well, I'll explain a little bit more later on in this vlog, but we had to do some rejigging on the electrics due to something that happened, but we'll keep watching, we'll keep you tuned on that. Can't do anything today to get the bits that I need because it's Sunday and nothing opens in France on a Sunday. Some supermarkets open until 12, but most don't, so we can't do anything. So it is 10:30 in the morning. We had a lovely cool night. We had the aircon on all night long. We are 45 minutes from our next campsite in Epernay. Lee's just been catching up this morning. We're actually having a chill day today, but we're going to a campsite that's got showers and we can do like a full service of the van. We're still using the water that we put in when we were in Disneyland Paris for the first day. So far we've had 8 showers out of it and it's down to about 40%.
That's got to be running out soon.
Well, the taps aren't gurgling or anything like that. But yeah, so we are going to be heading off soon. We're just waiting for Lee to finish tidying up and then we're going to pack everything up. I've made the bed, the washing up's done, the bathroom's all scrubbed down, and we're moving on. Right, just going through our checklist. Fridge to auto, inverter and styling we need because Lee's going to use it while we're driving. Gas bottle, we never put it on. Hook up disconnect, still got to do that. Never use TV, toilet door shut. We're not dropping grey water here. Oh, we might as well drop the grey water on the way, aren't we? So we drive over the grate. Fresh water we're not filling up, toilet we don't need to do, rubbish we did, outdoor lockers and skylights are all done. Right, okay, so, are you ready?
5-10 minutes. Right, I'll just show you around this site before we leave. Oh, it's nice and warm out here. Just the right temperature this morning, so it's beautiful here actually. It's in the forest and over there is a lake. But obviously we've not got time to explore this one today. Really nice sort of outdoorsy place, you know, obviously you hear all the birds tweeting, and this morning while I was having a cup of tea I was just sat there on the step just listening to nature. And this is what we love about France, all the camping car parks. It's just so motorhome friendly. Nick's just taking the hookup off. So, how much was it to stay here?
14 euros.
14 euros per night. This space behind us has got a little hut. What's this all about? Let's have a look. Don't think it's anything. No. See, they could turn that into a toilet if they wanted to. So there's plots all around here. Quite nice and secluded ones, these. One here. Yeah. One in there, I guess, maybe, I don't know. This is where you get your water, dump your water, etc. So, grey water dumping, fresh water, etc. And then this is it actually. It's not as big as I thought, but we're just going to have a quick look outside where this lake is. And here's all the spaces. So there's 23 in total. We're on number 15.
You can stay here for 21 days maximum.
So here we are, so bienvenue, venez profiter de cette espèce naturelle, d'ouvrir la fenêtre et la flore locales à travers la. So it's a park with a big lake down there and some soccer things over there, a little gym over there.
I reckon that's a school.
Maybe.
But this you can swim in, there's like a swimming area, but it says temporarily closed on Google. But it looks like the perfect place for a picnic. You feel that warm air.
Very.
It's like cold air, and then the warm air just comes across and blasts you. So this is what it looks like. So we are probably here.
I wonder if that's the swimming bit.
It is, yeah. But it's on the other side.
And we're down here.
Yeah.
This route avoids road should reach its destination.
Nice little park up that.
Just going to drop the grey waste, might as well. on our way to the next site. We're only 48 minutes away.
Continue for 1.5 kilometres.
1.5 kilometres. We are. It's a council-run campsite.
Municipal.
Municipal. It's the. Something's rattling. It's the closest one we could get to Epernay for Avenue de Champagne, which is where we're going to go tomorrow and check that out. So today we're just going to get to the site. We've had a busy few days, a busy couple of weeks actually. So we're just going to get to the site, just sort anything out that needs sorting, catch up on a bit of editing, and just have a chill as well. Nick's got an edit to do as well, which you'll have seen by now.
I need to order a tyre because Bert's got a puncture.
Yes, already Bert's got a puncture.
I have got a puncture repair kit and I have tried to repair it, but it doesn't work.
One of the e-bikes.
I think it might be the valve that's gone.
Yeah. So we need to sort just things like that out and get caught up a little bit. So we'll show you the site when we get there. Passing through loads of vineyards and seeing lots of.
So we're entering the Champagne region.
Yeah, we're entering the Champagne region because we've seen lots of signs saying these are all making champagne.
So all champagne in the world comes from this area of France.
Yeah.
If it's made anywhere else, it can't be called champagne.
Yeah.
It's like Cornish pasties, and they can only be called Cornish pasties if they're from Cornwall.
Look at that in the distance, a chateau. Look at that with the drive up to that. I don't think we're going to go right, so we're going to go past there.
And whether they actually do live there, or whether it's just kind of like an old tourist attraction now.
In 500 metres, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Rue Jules Lorbet, Bois de la Liberté.
Thank you, Google. And a supermarket and a buffalo grill.
Oh, it's a shame because the supermarket we could have called, but I don't think they're going to sell kettles.
And it's a Sunday, so I doubt it will be open. So you've got to watch it in France. If you're from the UK and you're used to everything opening on Sundays, a lot of them don't open, and some of them just open until midday and then they close.
Your destination is on the right.
Thank you, Google. Camping de Épernay, Capitale du Champagne. So this is a proper full campsite.
Right, where's the check-in area?
I don't know.
Right, let's just pull in here.
They usually have check-in areas, but it doesn't look like they have here. We're all checked in. There we go, and we're on pitch number 74 on here where these guys are coming out.
Oh, this looks tight.
Now we always like to show you as much as we can of the sites that we come to because we like to look at vlogs when we're planning trips.
It's got a bakery, she said. You can order your bread.
Ooh, nice.
So, English.
We'll have an explore in a while.
Oh, water's just here.
So which is 74. Ooh. Must be this one next to bin.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah,
this one. Well, at least we not far from bins, but that's not great.
Ramps for this.
So we're just using the leveler to get us level. That's near enough. This is on our Amazon store. If you want one of these, it's really handy. So that's close enough. Close enough.
Perfecto.
Close enough.
Perfecto.
Perfect. Yeah. Right, we've got set up the air cons on, and before we crack on with some work, we're going to go and have a little look around this site because Nick mentioned that bakery, so we're like, oh yeah.
The heat is unbearable outside.
It's 29 inside, but now we've got the aircon on.
It's 35 outside, but the sun is like searing hot.
Very hot.
So we're just going to leave this on with the blinds down and just let it cool down in here.
Yeah, so let's go check it out. And at the front there's a lake as well, or a river or something where you go kayaking.
We're jumping in.
Well, we're going to go and have a look at things before we crack on with stuff. Right, so there's the lake.
I think I'll give through in a minute.
Yeah, it's looks like there's quite a current on it, which would be good for kayaking, and there is boats here. You can hire kayaking boats. There's something down there.
Let's not go there. Right, let's find cafe.
There's quite a few people in tents. I could cry for them.
It must be mithered.
Mithered. So
where you order the bread, by the look.
Pop up something or other, snack bar.
Ooh, fillet and rum steak sauce. Are you hungry?
No.
Burrata salad.
Oh, you can even get electric boats. That'd be good. Every day during season, from May to September, from 10 AM booking online. Oh, you can even have a little bit of champagne on your boat. And then this is the pop-up restaurant. Ooh, that looks nice. Right, we got sat down at the restaurant and Nick went for a burrata salad and some bread, and we just got some water to hydrate. Nick got a beer. That looks nice.
That looks delicious, and it's quite firm. You might like that.
There is the one of the electric boats that you can get, and this is the little outdoor area. It's absolutely sweltering at the moment. Like, it's so humid. My watch says it is 32 degrees.
It's not. It's a lot hotter than that. That was bloody gorgeous. I was just saying to Lee, the air is burning your skin. It's not the sun, it's the air. And on a night, it's like really humid. My hands now feel like clammy. Yours?
Should we go back home then? Should we go back home?
Lee said about 4 times this year, we should have stayed in the UK. We should have stayed at home. We should have gone round the UK. Just like that as well. He said it just like that.
I'm not the one sat in moaning about the heat.
L'addition, s'il vous plaît. I was just talking to the waiter in there. He just said that, he says, how are you liking this weather? And I'm like, it's too hot. And he was like, it's too hot for us too. And I'm like, is this not normal? Then he says, no. He says, normally it's about 26 this time of year. He says, but the weather that they're having at the minute is like August weather. And the poor guy, the counter was hot to the touch. There must be sweltering in there in like the kitchen. But
Same in the
the
UK
minute,
as well, there's a heat wave over
not
there.
anymore.
Well, no, it's gone
21 degrees and raining at the apartment.
Oh, sounds bliss.
It does sound bliss. So we're going to have a look around the site, and then we're going to get back into Elvis and get his work done.
I'm going to see if they've got a shop. Because, did you explain what happened with the kettle? I go this way.
No, right, so
This is what happened when we said we'd explain what happened.
I'll take my glasses off so you can I can look at the camera. So last night we had the air conditioning on. It's a 6 amp hookup on site, and I put the kettle on. Everything just went nuts. It tripped the switch outside, then put all the load onto the inverter. The inverter was like 5,000, 6,000 watts, and it started beeping and going mad. I'm like, oh God, so I have to quickly turn it off. It was only on for about 10 seconds, shut it all down, and then went under the bed, and I just touched the top of the cable where that isolator switch is, and it was scalding hot. So at first I thought, oh, it's the inverter that's basically just overloaded briefly. Anyway, it wasn't. It turns out that something in that switch, and I do remember when I was building it, it actually fell apart, and I put it back together again. And something inside the switch is arcing, and it's heating the lugs up to the point where if you touch them, you would burn your skin.
So Nick spent 2 hours.
So I spent 2 hours trying to work out what the problem was, and I worked out if I put like 1,000 watts of load under it, which is a third of what the inverter can do, the lug gets hot. So something inside that switch is faulty. So I took the switch out and wired it straight into the mega fuse, and it's running as cool as anything now. But we don't have a mega switch on. The battery isolator on, sorry. And the fuse that I put in also was is rated too highly, because if I'd have put a lower fuse, it would have blown it by then. So we need to find a 300 amp mega fuse.
And a whistling kettle.
A whistling kettle, because the kettle is causing the issue. And it would have done that in Taylor as well, had we been able to touch the cables. But we did a load of tests last night of putting some load on it and then holding the lugs and seeing whether they were warm or not. And when you put like 3,000 watts, they do get warm, but that's the maximum theoretical limit that the inverter can do. So we can't get the battery isolator out here. Well, we can, but it's not on Prime, and I subscribed for like a week's Prime. And we also need to get an inner tube for Bert. So we've got to work out today which direction we're heading, whether we're going to head east into Germany or west back in towards France. And then if we do whatever, I'll have it sent to an Amazon locker in one of those locations.
We think Germany.
We'll ultimately head to Austria, drop into the top of Italy, and then swing back across the south coast of France, and then up through France back to home at some point.
Before we get to Austria, we need to watch The Sound of Music. Just checking out the facilities. There's the chemical toilet dump, which is inside.
Glad you're doing it next.
We've just looked at the laundry, but it's quite expensive, isn't it?
Quite expensive. $8.50 for one washing machine and $6.50 for the tiny one.
Yeah.
When we went to and did our laundry in Italy, it was €2.
Well,
so I think we'll wait until.
Yeah,
I mean, I've got enough pounds for another 10 days
yeah,
anyway. So.
And here we are. This is a little setup. Nick's got the table and chairs out, although it's a little bit warm out there for that. Let's see what the temperature is. This should be totally different. What is it? What temperature?
28, but it's not.
Nick never believes any temperature that he's told.
Come in, shut the door.
It's a while later, and we've been doing lots of editing and things like that. Nick's just walked across the park looking like that.
Not even done. Yeah, but you said I looked like Santa Claus yesterday.
Now he's got to walk back to the showers.
So at least take a minute at toilets. So people don't laugh at me.
Right, Nick's back with a browner beard.
It's not, yeah, it hasn't oxidised the silver yet.
So we're doing some tea. So we got some pasta yesterday, which is
Not cooked.
there, and we have in here
Sausage.
yeah.
And this, which smells very rich.
And did I hear you say you've got a bottle of red wine open?
We may have one open, yeah. It's a bit dry, doesn't it? Let's see if I've got any more sauce.
You've got an arrabbiata one.
No, where is it? There we go.
There it is. So it's going to have 2 whole sauces in it, so that should be nice. I'm careful of that on the carpet. It does worry me about the carpet being so close to the kitchen. I think it should have like a cut out here, just for in case you drop out. And bloody hell.
Sauce. That's going to be so rich now. Now I've got to turn it in the pan without spilling over.
I wish that was back there. Do you know what I mean? Man, you could always put it on that back one. Yeah, put it on that back one. So we would use the electric hob,
Shit.
but Nick says it's not very good at all for cooking. More of like a warming plate than a cooking hob.
It didn't warm up the pan I was cooking in now.
Maybe we should give it another go. Not
Well,
tonight,
I waited 10 minutes the other day for something. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. We did absolutely bugger all yesterday afternoon. Well, on the vlog we did lots of editing. I did the sort of the advert for Taylor, which you'll have seen by now.
Hey guys, so we've decided to raffle off our self-built camper van, Taylor.
If you've followed our European adventures, you'll know how much we love travel and hitting the road. Because we recently upgraded to a motorhome, Taylor can now be yours, and here's how.
She's fully equipped for incredible journeys featuring a full shower, super large extendable bed, central heating and hot water,
Comfy lounge area and solid oak worktops. We've also included all the essentials like gas and Weybridge certificates, Starlink and all the security upgrades.
She's fully MOT'd until the end of May 26, so you're ready to roll on day 1. You can find all the nitty-gritty details on the raffle description over on the raffle website.
So let's get to the details. Scan the QR code on the screen now or click the link below. Online tickets are £5 each. No purchase necessary for postal votes. Must be 18 years or over. Winners chosen at random by raffle. Not affiliated with YouTube, Facebook or Instagram.
We're using Raffle, an independent company, to handle everything, ensuring it's all compliant and legalities are met. They deal with everything from ticket sales to picking the winner.
So the raffle will run for until the end of October or until all tickets are sold. If we don't hit the minimum reserve, the prize will switch to a cash payout for the winner.
While it's open to everyone, a collection of Taylor is within the UK.
You can find the full terms and conditions on the Raffle website.
So good luck, you could end up with our lovely Taylor. And if you've watched all our videos, you've seen how much love and time and effort we put into her. We absolutely love her, and we hope you, if you win her, get as much joy out of her as we did.
And continue her legacy.
Yeah.
Lee caught up on, I think he did 3 vlogs yesterday, backing up stuff. We had a walk around the site when it cooled down last night, which was very, very hot. The heat just seems so much more intense this trip, and yet it's like 10 degrees cooler. It's not heat wave. Well, yeah, the guy says it's heat wave, but it feels more intense for some reason. So today, we're going to head into Epernay. We're going to try and find some mega fuses and a new inner tube before we go to Avenue de Champagne, and then we're going to spend the morning just going up and down the champagne houses and just trying their bubbly and a couple of charcuterie boards with breads and things like that. I've lined my stomach with a slice of bread and jam this morning just so I don't feel too tipsy. And then later on this afternoon we're going to come back here. We have got to service the van. We're running out of water. We've got 10 showers of out of the tank so far. Flushing of the toilet and all the washing up as well. So that's not bad. For 10 showers for 100 litres, that's 10 litres per shower. It's still too much, but there's still loads of water left in the tank, I think. That ultrasonic sensor, it just doesn't read anything under 30%. So we're going to keep trying it until one of us gets stuck in a shower with no water. So that might be tomorrow.
I can't believe how much water we've used. I think it's brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah, how much we've used.
You mean how much we've got out
How
of it?
much we've got out of it, yeah.
Yeah, but we've filled the tank up in Taylor. We always filled it to like 40 litres.
Maybe, yeah.
Here we ran it just so we can calibrate it properly. I mean, even the crappy Elvis one says 2 bars, which you can't trust because it could be full and it says that. So anyway, we are going to get ready and then we're going to walk into Epernay. It's about 2.4 kilometres.
What?
You can walk on the canal bank, but everybody just says it's loads of industrial sites and it's not a very pretty walk. So we're just going to walk in the city centre.
Alexa.
And we have to go to...
How many miles is 2.4 kilometres?
1.7.
Good morning, Lee. 2.4 kilometres is about 1.49 miles.
That's
1.5,
That's
1.5 miles. We have to go to a place called Fauvert, which is basically the French version of Halfords. And I've probably said that completely wrong. And I'm hoping they're going to sell bike inner tubes as well, because the tyre on Bert has gone completely flat again. So I think the valve's leaking or whatever. So we're not able to use the bikes until we get the inner tube sorted.
I've learned from last year, Powerade.
Right, okay. Well, it's only 25 degrees today.
I know, but I'm still hydrating.
So we're going to get going.
Nick just went out and said,
Freezing cold.
freezing cold.
Well, it's not freezing, but it's windy, but it's nice.
Oh, it's lovely, lovely, lovely today. It's only about 10:30 though. It is set to be 25 degrees today. And I can see some blue sky, but at the moment it's lovely. And as Nick said, it is a little nippy, but it's quite nice. 21 degrees, the perfect temperature. So outside is this pretty grubby looking thing.
Outside the park?
Outside the park. This is the park here. This is our shower blocks. This is where you fill it with water, get rid of your waste. There is some waste emptyings in there as well, but this is just outside for anybody to use actually, because anybody could just drive down here.
It does say on Park for Nights and for Search for Sites, so it's €2 to use this, but that tap works and that's all we need.
Are you happy now? You've got your hoodie on, for
Yeah,
goodness
nice and
sake.
warm now.
As if you're taking your hoodie.
Lots of people leaving today.
Yeah, there is. I just said to Nick, I bet they've all come for the weekend to get drunk on champagne, and now they're all going home. Just realised that water place outside, we said it was outside, but it's actually inside the park, but then down that road. So what Nick meant by €2 is probably you've got to pay €2 if you're not staying on site, but you want to fill it with water, empty everything. So it's like a bit of an air, it's like a service station.
So that's what it meant on the apps when it said €2.
Right, here we go. Bienvenue, the Epernay, the capital of Champagne.
Clevedon mean
Why does it say
English then?
Clevedon there? I don't know.
Maybe that's Epernay
So
in English.
Nick's just realised the car place is an hour's walk. So we're going.
It's on the other side of Epernay.
So we're going to try some champagne first.
Yeah, and then we might walk to the rest of the place.
This is why we love France in motorhomes and camper vans. We're just walking on this street down to Avenue de Champagne, and there's a motorhome service point here, so you can just drive in here with your motorhome. You can dump your grey water there,
It's freaking amazing.
and then obviously you've got to pay. I don't know how much, but you can dump your waste, fill up with water.
Water there.
Does
So
it
it's
say
there.
how much it
Grey
is?
waste there. It doesn't say. Usually around €2.
Or maybe it says up there, there's an air disservice for camping cars.
€3 for 100 litres of water, and you get 10 minutes to fill it.
So it's not.
So €3 to service your van. If
It's
you
not
did
bad
that,
if you're just out and about and you see it.
What's that say? Oh no, it's €4 now.
So for anybody that watches from England, that's not in England, we don't get anything like this back at home.
Nothing. You have to book into a campsite if you want it empty. In France, you just look on Park for Nights, look on your nearest app, look for this symbol, and that means you've got a place to service your van. And you just, some are free, a lot are free in villages. Some in like metropolitan areas they charge you, but €4 just for servicing your van, and then you can wild camp. So if you are doing wild camping, €4 is the only thing you'll pay every 4 or 5 days.
€3.
But,
Oh, it's just gone up.
oh no, price increase.
Oh yeah, 'cause it says 3 there. Oh, Fiat Topolino. That's very much like the Berlingo that we were looking at. This is called Topolino, this one.
Topolino.
Yeah,
Looks like a deck chair on dashboard.
I quite like that one as well. It's raining. Joy. Umbrella's out.
We're here on Avenue de Champagne, which is actually celebrating its 100-year anniversary. So Lee's going to give you some facts on it, but let me just briefly explain what Avenue de Champagne is. So it's basically a road in Épernay, which is the champagne capital of the world.
It's a very busy road at the moment.
Yeah, very busy road. It's basically all the sidewalks are all made of like marble, and they're all like look like stately homes. But basically, it's where all the champagne houses have their headquarters, and you can go into each one and you can do tours, you can do champagne tasting, you can have charcuterie boards and things like that.
This
So
one here is Moët Chandon.
yeah, we used to say Moët, didn't we? But
Only
they
when we were
corrected us and said it's actually Moët, and everybody else says
No,
Moët.
they didn't.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. They said it was the other way. It's actually Moët.
Are you sure?
Yeah, but it's everybody
It
calls
is
it
3
Moët.
years since we've been.
Yeah.
Can they make any more noise?
There's a big like chateau thing in front of us. Sure.
And there's a guy
Show
drilling.
that. It's on Avenue de Champagne.
So it's some kind of historic monument. Looks like Buckingham Palace actually. And then there's a guy up there that's basically at it with a pneumatic drill.
So, as we're in front of Moët, and it's a very
Moët.
loud place, or Moët, I'm going to call it Moët.
Call it what you want.
I'm going to give you the facts about Avenue de Champagne. So Champagne, Epernay, is widely known as the capital of Champagne. Avenue de Champagne is an iconic street, hosts world-famous champagne houses and their vast underground cellars.
They were very, they won't tell us anything when we went in there. I asked how many bottles and they were like, can't tell you. Secret.
110 kilometres of cellars lie beneath Epernay.
Bloody hell.
It's a UNESCO site. Vineyards and cellars are a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's situated on the Marne River. So there you go.
There we
Let's
go.
go and
So-
check some out. Although to be fair, I feel like I fancy a coffee first.
Well, you can go and ask for a bloody coffee in a champagne house.
Should they do it?
So the charcuterie boards here are very petite, very small, but Lee speaks French, as you know, so he's going to go in and get the first one.
This is where
So
we
my-
did the tour, isn't it? And the
Moët,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, so Moët.
Yeah, so to be fair, we've had our Airbnb host the last time we were here, she gave us a champagne called Collard-Picard, I think it was called. It was the nicest champagne I've ever had. And while we're walking around, if there's any sort of wine shops with Shiraz, because I've seen them, I'm going to grab a bottle and take it back to the van with us because it was absolutely amazing.
Well, we got
Moët was as dry, it was like caustic soda, it's not my favourite.
We found that, what's that place back in the UK? It was in Beverly, wasn't it?
Majestic Warehouse.
Majestic Warehouse, I think they're all over the UK.
Yeah, and they sell
sold
them.
it and we got a,
We bought a
crate
crate.
for 6.
It didn't last long.
So you can do cellar tours, which we did last time, so we're not going to do it this time. So you basically just walk down this street.
I think we only got halfway and we felt absolutely rat ass.
We're not going to get rat-assed there, we're just going to try a couple. I think we might have gone in here, yes? Last time, oh, this is the Moët Chandon. Oh, I think they showed us around here. Yeah, they showed us around here when we were on that tour.
So let's have a look at the prices. If you wanted to come in and just try a glass. So
19 euros.
19 for a glass, and then you can have. I know they don't do food here.
They usually do some food at
They do
different
like
places as well.
charcuterie board, but the main stuff obviously is champagne.
So we went in this one last time, and we're going to start here as well if it's open. Champagne
why, though.
Collard-Picard for Captain Picard from Star Trek, and the fact that it was a really nice place the last time.
I think we sat there.
Yeah, we did. We sat in that corner. So let's have a look at the menu. Oh, you can get crisps. Tyrrell's crisps.
Well, they're from Britain.
So they were cheaper here, look, 10 euros. And they were doing something, oh look there.
12.
Yeah, we got
one of them, I think.
Yeah, we got one of those and a couple of champagnes.
Ooh, black truffle.
Pinot Noir and Pinot Meunier. So only black grapes.
Okay.
So it's a blanc de noir. And here we are needing extra brut champagne, which means very low in sugar, and we add 8% of red wine to do the pink color and to get the fruity side. This is a rosé of blending.
Voulez-vous, this is what I love about France. 11:30 in the morning and champagne.
That one's
tried
mine.
both. So we got a rosé one, which
Yeah.
is 8% red wine.
It was 4% red wine and 95% Chardonnay. Lee's was Pinot Noir
Nice.
and something else. To be fair, I were only listening to what she told me was in mine.
Actually.
Is it sweet? Let me try yours.
Not as sweet as the red one, but I do prefer that. Not like it.
No.
For the,
this one's better.
rosé.
This one's got like 4 grams of sugar, she said, in the whole bottle.
So
That's
we've
nice.
also ordered a charcuterie board, a little mini charcuterie board,
Which is 25 euros.
Yeah.
That's his breakfast.
Yes. Well, you've
So
already
how
had
many you want
breakfast.
to limit to yourself to today? You said you were on having 2?
Yeah, I only want 2. I don't want to get
So
drunk.
this is your first one.
We know what happens when I let
Tonight
myself
after
go
we
in
wanted to buy a
France.
packet of Tyrrell's crisps.
Get lost. I
You
did.
did.
Ooh, this looks good. So we have bread, we have cheeses,
Looks warm.
we have hams, we have meat. With the bread's warm.
Semi.
Nice. butter, gherkins, careful of your champagne. They cost €11 each, don't drop them.
Yeah, the slate board weighs a ton.
So we're going to devour these. These are a bit weird, aren't they?
You get
just
extra,
slivers of cheese.
If you run out of bread and butter as well, oh my goodness. If you run out of bread and butter,
You can ask for more.
on the table. If you run out of bread and butter, they'll just restock you. I think we might run out actually.
We're just saying to Nick, maybe we need to pace ourselves because I don't want to get drunk. Not that kind of person anymore. So
Ask her if she's got any strawberry jam.
maybe get lost. Maybe we should sort of like go for a coffee next. A champagne coffee.
It's gonna cut my bloody fingers off this.
Careful, I know, friggin' hell. We've decimated the charcuterie board.
But you have on your side. The only thing that's left is all the fat, and he's actually been picking at that as well.
I fancy a coffee now.
So all that was €46. It is quite expensive, and you would expect that on a street that sells champagne.
You just
but
gotta
I
try it
don't
while you're
think
here.
you're going to find a coffee at any place.
Oh, I think we will do.
No, actually, I think the last time we came, we had soft drinks, didn't we, to kind of sober up?
Yeah, I think we're going to walk to the end this time.
Yeah, because
Have
last
a
time we
proper look.
came, we only got halfway and we were bladdered. So this time we're going to walk to the very end and then walk backwards and pick something on the way back.
That was a very nice way to start our morning on Avenue de Champagne.
What have we got next one?
So we are just going to make our way up the street. And as we said, we're going to go we're not stopping off anywhere unless we see a coffee. We're just going to go right to the end and
then
see
walk
what
back.
it's all about. But these are, as we're just going past here, see that is Champagne de Vignerons or something. Inside it looks like that, so you can go and tour all the way around them.
So some other places you can't actually get like champagne glasses. A lot of them have the little cafes out the front, but a lot of them are like actual
they have
houses
both,
where they
yeah.
operate the business and
Yeah.
don't allow sort of guests.
So it's a I'm guessing the last time we were here it was a weekend because that road is very busy today. It wasn't like that last time. Not that it's a problem.
We were walking up and down the middle.
Yeah, I thought it was pedestrianised to be honest last time. It was obviously just a very quiet day. So here's another one. This looks to be closed. It doesn't open until 2 o'clock. So some of them don't open until the afternoon unless it's the weekend and it's morning openings.
We'll drink us way back, don't worry.
Pol Roger or Roger if you're English over there. Never heard of that one.
What is it in Spanish?
Roger, I said. That's the
Roger.
French.
Roger?
I'm sure that
I'm a bit cold.
that champagne isn't called Pol Roger.
Of course it's Roger.
Pol Roger, I imagine. Well, look at these.
Are these flats?
Apartments actually on Avenue de Champagne. I bet they cost a bit. That looks good. Look at this. It's like a Magnum with dark chocolate and Brazil nut. It's very nice. Right, just gonna make our way down.
Frigging noise.
They should definitely pedestrianise it here. It was much better on a weekend. Esterlin. Me and Nick were just saying, how far did we get up? Last time we were like, can't remember. Because we
definitely went to that place.
It's because
we had the Moët tour.
Yeah,
we went to that place.
The Moët tour.
We went to that Perrier one.
Yeah, and then that was about it. Because when we were on the tour, we got 3 glasses of champagne, didn't we?
5 each.
Yeah, so that's probably why we didn't get very far down
Let's
this.
just follow these two. They've just been at last one.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Where are they off now? Oh, yes, this looks a nice one.
Yeah, I like the wood.
No, I thought we were going right down to end first. Come on, we'll come back.
No, but we might miss it.
No,
they might run
yeah,
out.
we'll miss it.
They might run out.
We want to get further than we did last time.
It looks like Wakefield Prison.
That's Pol Roger. Champagne à Bergerie.
So how far up does this road go?
No, that's what we're going to find out. Divino. I can't see what it says. Oh, we go. Divinog. 10:30 to 6, so it's open. Bar, shop, and tapas in there.
There's not a single person inside.
Must be, it's there, in there.
Is it? Oh, right, yeah.
Might have a look at that on his way back. Michel Gonnet. Or Gonnet. One of 2. Shop this way. And you can even stay in there. It says stay in the villa. And that's what it looks like inside.
I'm sure that's not what it looks like when you actually start having champagne.
No, I imagine that's if you're staying in the villa.
The rented
Yeah.
apartment. Look at the piano.
That looks a nice place. And there's lots of very fancy cars pulling up. There's a Ferrari, and they're all English as well. So lots of very rich English people arriving.
This one as well.
So that's English as well. So we all rich English people.
Oh, come for champagne, don't they?
We've just come in as motorhome. So that's what the cellars look like on this one. If you do a cellar tour, that's what you go down into.
So I remember the last time we did it, and she told us why all wine bottles have this inverted thing.
And it's not for holding to pour,
No,
which is
it's
what
not.
I always thought.
It's to do with the pressure of the bottle. So when the bottle's pressure increases, that actually acts as a thing to counteract the expansion. Because if it was the other way, it would blow outwards. And apparently that gets stronger as more pressure happens inside the bottle.
But you can also use it to pour.
You can pour it.
Pour.
Yeah.
Mercia here. So we've come right down to the end and carried on across the road, and it continues down here.
Can you imagine if you had a glass in every one?
Well,
You'd have alcoholic
I can
poisoning by the
imagine
time
it,
you got
yeah.
to end.
That looks like that one's open. LOD. They've got a little place, bar and champagne restaurant, spa and guest house. Look at that for a building. Champagne de Castellane.
Done it?
Yeah. So Google that and you can get some info about that. I want to know what it all is.
Right, good old AI just took a picture of the building and said facts, and it came up with, it was founded in 1895. It's actually part of the L'Empérion group since 1999. It's number 63 Avenue de Champagne. It's got a 66-metre water tower and 6 kilometres of chalk cellars underneath. And in this place they do tours, wine tastings, there's a museum in there and all sorts of stuff.
So where's the cafe bit?
Cafe? They're looking bleeding
You know what I mean? Where you can get some... So this is still classed as Avenue de Champagne, even though we've
No, I don't think it is now.
We've gone back one into the next street, but I just want to... I'm following these people, seeing where they're going.
Visitors on the wall there, left.
Yeah, so it must be
200
down here,
metres.
yeah. So it's 10 till 12 and 2 till 8, so it's actually
2 till
1
6.
o'clock. Sorry, 2 till 6, yeah. And it's 1 o'clock at the moment, so they're having the siesta.
Plenty of others.
We're past this one earlier, Boiselle, 1834.
It's like someone's getting married.
Definitely like something from Downton, isn't it?
Yeah. UK car?
Yeah. There's a lot of UK people here down Avenue de Champagne. Obviously, the UK people like to get sloshed on champagne.
It's a champagne made out of 40% of Pinot Noir, 35% of Chardonnay and 25% of Pinot Meunier. It spent 3 years aging in our cellars, and after the 3 years of aging receives 7 grams of sugar dosage, making it a brut champagne. Second champagne then is our Boiselle Rosé Absolu. It's a champagne by blending method, so meaning we added a red wine in the blend to achieve the pink color. It's about 40% Pinot Noir, 30% Chardonnay and 30% Meunier, and 8% of the Pinot Noir was made into red wine. It spent 3 years aging in the cellars as well and receives afterwards 7 grams of sugar dosage.
Okay.
Enjoy!
Thank you, Lucy. This is a very posh place. They've even brought us nuts. And, as well as the nuts, you get a little thing.
So this is a sweeter one again.
Yeah, that's a sweet one. So you get that to tell you what they are.
Oh, that's nice.
So interesting that even this one had Pinot Noir in it as well. Right, try that one and see which is best, and then I'll try them.
It's a bit tingly. That's nice. Nicer than the last one, but that one's nicer. A bit sweet. It's nice.
I prefer that one, it's more drier. So that's a win for that one. That one's okay, but it's more down there. And we also went for some water to freshen our palate. Right, so that's a couple of champagnes tried. Now in our previous years we would have just carried on until we just needed to lay down and go to sleep.
I still could.
But we've enjoyed that. It was very nice. So a really nice place to go if you like a little drink, and just to see all the champagne houses and all the very nice posh places. So Nick is just looking up now.
I'm not walking there. It's 43 minutes.
Ooh, well, that's not too bad.
It's 43 minutes. 43 minutes back. That's an hour and a half of
It was
walking.
just looking somewhere where we could go and get this. What is it you wanted?
Fuse, a mega fuse.
Mega fuse. But it's a 43-minute walk.
Screw that.
So we might find. I had a proper nice coffee since we got to France.
You won't drink them. You say it's too calorific.
calorific. Oh yeah, for the other latte and milk and stuff. So I've been trying to stick to teas and water, but I do just fancy a coffee. Now that we've had that champagne, so let's try and find a nice French cafe. This looks like a nice one. I think we went in there last time, but Nick says not. But looks like a nice one.
I remember the Red Bull, but I don't remember.
Domaine Roger. You like me French pronunciations?
Voulez-vous.
Right, we've decided to go to this car place that Nick found. Have a little walk. It's nice weather, so we're just wandering around these nice French streets, and hopefully we'll get what we want when we get there.
Well, Google actually updates itself because it says we're not even on the right road.
At least we might find a nice bakery for a croissant.
Oh, I can't eat after all
or
that
something.
bread.
Oh, that bread? Well, yeah, we did have quite a lot of bread.
Right, we walked all that frigging way and they don't have any. So if you do need something when you're in Spain and it's something mechanical, that is your Halfords of not Spain, France. For or something like that. Leo pronounced it correct. And now we're going into a supermarket that's Leclerc, apparently. I always say Leclerc, something like that. There's no way that they're going to have the mega fuses in here. They might have the bike inner tubes. If not, it's going to be an Amazon job. And to do that, we have to work out where we're going to be in about 3 days' time, which is quite impossible when you're doing van because you change your mind day to day. So for now, we're going to go in here and see what we can get, including a drink.
Right, success with one thing. We think we've got an inner tube for, is it Bert? Yeah,
Bert.
for our e-bike.
I think it's that one.
Right, now to look for a camping kettle because I can't go another few weeks without having a cup of tea. Right, we've got one. A nice, cute little. I want to have a look at it.
That's 2 things out of
3. 2 out of 3.
Yeah. It's just a standard camping kettle with a tacky whistle.
Cute. Just found the cutest little trolley. It's like a miniature trolley to put shopping in. You like my little trolley?
Where did you nick that from?
Nick it from anywhere. I've got it from Tills.
More milk.
Okay. Well, now we've got a kettle, yeah. Got some shorts just turning around.
We're going to carry all this back, don't forget.
You have. Happy now that I've got my chill out shorts because I didn't have any to bring, and so we can have a cup of tea when we get back.
And then I'll change the bike inner tube as well.
Yeah, so we've had a successful little shop actually.
Just need the mega fuse and then we're sorted.
And we're just sat down for a cafe au lait and an orange. Have you got an orangina on the way?
We've got a 2-mile walk to get back as well.
A cafe au lait and an orangina, very French. Right, I had a nice cafe au lait. I'm probably bouncing because I hadn't had a coffee for a while. It was quite strong. Now we've got an hour walk back. Though we're already about half an hour into it.
Well.
Did we? Oh yeah, the inner tubes that we got.
The valves.
The valves were like a Presta. So we had to go back and get
an hour
pump for it.
It's a Schneider.
So we've got this massive pump. Looks like a tripod. But hopefully that'll sort us out.
Explosive thing.
Yeah, so we're walking back to the campsite. Let me see what the temperature is. 24 degrees. And we've done 17,000 steps today. That's more than we did in Disney some days. But at least it's burning off the calories from that lovely champagne and the charcuterie this morning. So we got some bits and bats from Leclerc for food tonight. Some salady bits.
Tomato mozzarella salad.
Yeah, so it's been quite a nice day actually, just a chilled day. Looking down at Avenue de Champagne.
31 Madge Mateo to be honest, but...
Well, yeah, but...
Couldn't have had a drink then.
No. Right, we're back at the campsite and Nick's cracking on with fixing the tyre.
Get the old...
So if anybody's wondering why we got a flat tyre,
down there.
It just randomly went flat. So we just think it's a faulty valve. So
or your fat ass has punctured it when you driven it.
This is your bike, get lost.
I don't think so.
I mean, we did take it out for 11 miles, so you never know. So we just got the replacement inner tube from Leclerc. It was only €2.80, was it? Something like that. So very cheap, but then we had to buy that pump, which cost 15 euros. So if it fixes it, it's not a bad fix.
Right, so first thing we need to do is going to get me scissors because that's going to be awkward this time.
All tested, all sorted. Bert is now fully equipped with a
He's rock solid.
A back tie. He's rock solid, yes. Hey Bert.
So we need to get a proper Presta connector to get it in there.
Yeah, it turns out we didn't need a new one that we wanted, that we bought.
The car one had one in it, never knew because we never used it.
And the new one wouldn't bend round, so it was a waste of money, but oh well.
We had to adapt the car one and almost break that, but we got it pumped up.
It's a while later, just catching up on some editing. I'm almost onto the Disneyland Paris vlogs, which you guys have seen already. Bert sorted, and Nick is cutting up this huge yellow Tommy tomato.
Mediterranean tomato.
Wow, that's massive. I think that's the biggest tomato I've ever eaten.
I saw them on Instagram, and then I saw them in the supermarket, and I thought, oh yeah, we're going to have a mozzarella salad. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put loads of salt and pepper on it, and then drown it in a vinaigrette.
And what protein are we having with it? What meat?
None.
Oh, look at this kettle. Can't wait to try that later. We'll have this, and then we'll have a cup of tea and a Kit Kat to try the kettle.
Try the kettle?
Yeah. Beautiful. So we're gonna enjoy this.
So
and
it's pepper.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper
on top
with an orange vinaigrette, blueberries, olives. There's literally all the leftovers in the cupboard.
Look good though.
With fresh orange.
Those tomatoes are beautiful. When Nick was getting them the other day, yesterday, I was like, ooh, I don't like the look of them.
I got more. So I've got a big, kind of like a black one.
Black?
That one. Like the one we had yesterday. And then I also got this multicoloured one. Half orange, half yellow. So we'll be having them for a few more days.
I really like to eat that every day, mate.
And I got this vinaigrette as well.
Vinaigrette's hell.
They are delicious. So I got this one, which is like 3 vinegars and like orange seeds, and then I've got another one which has got soy and sesame, which we'll have, and you can see all the different things floating there, look you. So, well into salads, because we're right healthy, aren't we, on this trip?
Very healthy. Orange juice, we're going to give it half an hour just for that to settle, then we're going to try some new kettle.
I thought we were going to go to a bar, sit around the lake and have a drink. Why not?
We've got things to do, like decide where we're going next.
So, Leo's going to cry at this because he loves a whistling kettle.
And why am I going to cry?
He's such an old lady.
Oh.
Already?
No way. That cannot be boiling already.
Well, we'll see when it whistles.
I don't know what it's doing, but it's obviously not boiling. You can't see any boiling water in there. But, yeah, we're making a cup of tea. So we've decided what our plans are going to be for tomorrow. So I've ordered the mega fusers to come to an Amazon locker in Metz. Presume that's pronounced completely wrong. But we have got just booked a campsite just 15 kilometres south of Metz along the Moselle River in the Moselle Valley. It's supposed to be like picturesque towns and things like that. We're going to be testing Bert and Ernie for the first time to get us from the campsite into Metz. So we'll leave here tomorrow morning, head over there, probably wait for Amazon to deliver, and then go into Metz the following day because it's going to be delivered tomorrow. Or we may even go in twice and just maybe have dinner in town or something like that. So that's our plans. Once we've picked that up, I've just been saying to Lee today, it's like we can't get the damn trip started. So first of all, we're at Disneyland Paris. Then we came here for Avenue de Champagne. Now we've got to wait for an Amazon locker, and we've done the inner tube. And the same thing happened on the last 2 trips as well. The first week was like just waiting to get going. The first big thing for me is going to Speyer in Germany, just south of Mannheim. They've got a museum there of like, which Ben and David told us about. I've probably said this on the vlog already, but they've got a 747 on the roof and you can climb up there and walk down the wing and stuff like that. So I really want to do that. Although we do have to book a campsite there, you can actually stay in the car park there. There's a local hotel that lets you do camping there, and also you have to book the museum. So we need to be thinking about that for the day after tomorrow. No, the day after tomorrow. So when Lee's finished editing, we'll have a discussion about that. But for now, we're having a cup of tea and a Kit Kat. It's puffing out a bit of steam. You're getting excited?
Well, it has been 20 minutes, so I've kind of lost interest.
If you use the Breville, it'll heat the wires up.
Why can't we just use that black one we've got at home?
Because we'll be waiting until tomorrow morning for that. All this for 2 cups. Can't you just have a cold drink? That is definitely hot enough to drink. But you,
I want to hear it whistle.
you want to hear it whistle, that's all.
I want to see if it works.
Starting.
Mate, I want to get a video of it on my phone.
You better hurry up. There we go.
Time for a cup of
All that
tea.
friggin' effort. Now it's too friggin' hot to drink.
Just get some milk in it, it'll be fine. So it works. It might take a little bit longer, but the anticipation just makes the tea taste so much more better. So I'm going to finish the vlog. We're going to have that tea.
Do you want to say, can I say something?
Hazelnut Kit Kats.
What drives me nuts, and this started almost the day we came on our road trip last year. Plastic bottles of all kinds now have this thing
so
where
people just don't throw them away? In
it's
like bushes and
still
stuff?
going to get thrown away. It
Yeah,
just
but-
keeps the lid attached to the bottle from the twisty bit.
Write to government about it. So, we'll see
Drives me
you
nuts,
on the next
especially when you're drinking
vlog.
a bottle of pop.
Thanks for watching today, guys. Hit the like button, click the notification bell, drop us a
Snorting
comment below.
Coke.
What?
When,
No idea what it's
when you're
talking
drinking
about.
a Coca-Cola and you get something lid and you drink it back, it goes up your nostrils. So you're actually
Yeah.
snorting Coke.
Yeah, so it didn't mean that you're snorting Coke. That
No, I
kind
mean
of Coke.
Coca-Cola.
So we're going to have this cup of tea, and then I'm just finishing putting music on a vlog, and
Then
it's
we're going to bed.
9:30, so it won't be long before we go to bed. It's staying lighter at the moment though, and then we're heading to Metz tomorrow, which does look like a very nice city. Now, we said we weren't going to do cities, but I don't know if Nick explained before while I had my headphones on. We're picking something up from an Amazon locker, and it does look like a beautiful city. It's got an imperial quarter and
A cathedral.
all sorts of stuff like that.
And a
So
friggin' church.
We'll see you on that vlog. Bye. Bye for now.